So at the time where you left from just someone who had a small blog in Cameroon, reporting on the activities in Cameroon, to be sitting on a global platform like the BBC and the rest, and your opinion, they're asking your opinion about stuff, about certain things, about very important topics. You're looking at you at that point in time as a person of resource, as a resourceful person who they can ask certain things at that point in time. When you sat on that platform and those global platforms, and you looked about yourself, you look at the Arrey back in Buea, probably in your small room, who started this whole thing of reporting and all that. How was that moment for you? Like, did you say, "Mama, I made it"?
Absolutely. I think I felt like, if I'm honest, I've still not processed some of those thoughts right up to this moment, because sometimes, wow. And I'm sure you understand this, because when you are a high achiever and you hit one milestone,
yeah,
sometimes you're thinking about the next, and
yes.
it's not necessarily I've made it. Instead, the I made it moment for me is right now, when I go, wow, like, I've been on the BBC, like I got invited here. But during that time, I remember even the day, so backstory, how I actually got to be invited on the BBC. So we went into the BBC when I was in London. I spoke to somebody, I attended an event, and then one of these guys spoke at the event. So I was like, oh, well, he mentioned Cameroon in his presentation. I was like, hey. After the event, I went up to him and introduced myself. Hey, my name is Arrey. Actually, one of the things you talked about in your presentation, I am from Cameroon, and I promise you have experienced this 100%. By the way, I'm in London for the next couple of days. Just thought I'd shake your hand and say, hey, let me introduce myself. And by the way, if you'd love, I'm more than happy for me to come around and you show me around the BBC. It's like, oh, Arrey, cool. Okay, let me have your number. Let's exchange contacts. At the time, the guy worked for the forensics. He did a lot of forensics for the BBC. So he invited me over and I went in. So he was showing me around. And I said, hey, show me what's the Africa set. Let me go introduce myself to them. So I went to Sophie Kenya, who was presenter. Hey, my name is Arrey. I'm a journalist from Cameroon. And by the way, I just thought you're doing a phenomenal job. Just thought I'd come and shake your hand and introduce myself. And this is what I do. And if you like to walk me around and just give me a little view around it. And imagine how tiny I was, how just trying to do my thing and create those connections. And so when I had this, I literally just had a view around, had a tour, worked on something. Honestly, this is a scope. I was working on a story, and my whole intention was going to be to go for an undercover for the BBC. And I already had my pitch ready. I needed to do something in camera. I absolutely wanted to do that. Yeah. And that ended up didn't work, to be honest, because I pitched and they were like, that's too risky. If you go in the snow, we're not sure that you're going to come out alive. It was such a risky thing. But it just so happened that the connection that we built a couple, I think, months later, and they picked up the phone and rang me, hey, Arrey, we've just seen this has happened and would love to speak to you. And when they actually sent the email, I thought that it was